This program is brought to you by UCKG.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Hi, how are you? We are here preparing ourselves for the program. And tonight's guest will be Sergio. You know, Sergio, he spent time behind bars. His life was a complete mess. He went through many things as from young age. He grew up knowing violence. He started stealing and many things. But stay tuned. I want you to send a text to your neighbor, to your friends, for them to watch what happens with Sergio. Because who knows, his story can change your life. Stay tuned. Good evening, and welcome to our program, Finding Answers. It's always been a pleasure to be on this program with you. And you that you are always watching, always remember to send your questions, send, for example, let's say you can give an idea, I want to know this, I want to know that, you can send at help@findinganswers.tv. And you are always welcome to call at 020-7686-6300. You are always welcome because this program, Finding Answers, is for you. Because maybe you were abandoned, maybe you were rejected in life, you were rejected by society, you were rejected by your parents, you were rejected by friends, you were rejected by your own husband or your children, and you don't know where to turn. You grew up only knowing drugs, only knowing the wrong things, and you are asking yourself this question: can my life change? Can I become happy like others? And if you are a regular viewer, regular person watching this program, you have seen that we have shown to you, interviewed live testimonies, many testimonies in many different things. And maybe you ask yourself, I wonder if this is true. Yes, it's true. I was a victim of suicidal thoughts, of addiction. I was a womanizer. I used to smoke. I used to do that. I used to have that bad life. And tonight, as I said earlier on, tonight we are going to have our live guest, Sergio. He's going to tell you about his life. But I want to ask you one thing. Do you believe your life can change? Do you? So if you believe, I want you to take a step right now to give us a call at 020-7686-6300. And right now as you call, you will get through. And if you call and the line is busy, because many times there are many people calling, try again. And if you want to watch, for example, you want to watch our previous program, you can go to our YouTube channel, go there, type in Finding Answers, go down, you can click the link and you can watch all the previous episodes in HD quality. We also are there. We are there on Instagram and Facebook. You can go and share the link with your friends, with your family members, because this program, Finding Answers, is not one more program. And tonight, I want you to pay very close attention to what we are going to talk about here, especially our live guests. Because there are many people, they don't believe that their life can change. Sometimes they find themselves smoking, drinking, they find themselves gambling, they find every money they work, as soon as they receive the salary, it goes in gambling. There are men that they don't believe that they can be faithful to one wife. There are people, they don't believe that they can achieve their dreams. They don't believe they can own their own house. They don't believe that they can have a blessed family. And these are some of the things that we are going to talk about tonight in our program. But I want you to do something. Do you know what? I want you to spread this news now. Let's use up the Telegram, use up your WhatsApp, use up the Facebook Messenger. Send the text to your friends and tell them to tune in now, turn on now, find now the channel and tune into Finding Answers, because what we are going to talk about is going to bless this person. And every time you watch the program, always remember to call, because we are waiting for your call. There's a team of advisors right now waiting for you to call, and you can be sure you are going to be blessed. I want you now to watch a testimony, a testimony that person's life changed through the power of faith, and we'll be right back.
After I left school, I always knew that I wanted to go to university to get my degree, but it seemed like everything that I was doing to try and complete my degree, it seemed like everything was going wrong. My life felt like it was upside down. There were so many problems coming from left, right and center. I had a child to take care of. Then when all the problems of taking care of my son, being a single parent came along, it seemed impossible for me to achieve that dream that I always wanted. After I found my faith in God, then I started to put everything that I had learned into practice. And once I had done that, then I was able to use all those tools for me to achieve my dream that seemed so impossible for me to achieve. Now I'm a graduate and reaching for my dreams.
Welcome back. I want to ask you a question. When was the last time you smiled? You have a good smile. Not the fake smile, the real one. Because you know, there are many people, they smile, but it's not the real smile. After you watch our live guest, which I'm going to now, you are going to see how the power of faith works. Hi, Sergio. Good night.
Hello, Pastor.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Welcome to Finding Answers.
Thank you.
You can smile today, eh?
Yes, of course, I can smile.
But some years back was not like that.
No, Pastor.
How was it back then? How was it?
Well, since when I was born, my real parents, they left me in a foster care. And at the age of 4, someone else adopted me, took me out from the foster care, and I grew up with that family. But to be honest, I didn't have that kind of good relation from my adopted parents. They always used to beat me, sometimes for a reason, sometimes for no reasons. Always used to be violent against me, and even they used to have fights every single day because my dad used to be addicted to alcohol, and the same as my mom. And I couldn't have peace in that house. I couldn't. When, like, very, very early, from like 9, at the age of 9, I started to have spiritual attacks every single night, every single night. I didn't know what's happening with me. I didn't know why all these things happened to me. And I always asking, why am I here? Why all these things is, you know...
At the age of 9?
Yeah, at the age of 9. And I didn't know what to do. I wanted so many times to commit suicide. I started to self-harm on my hands, on my neck, everywhere. I just want to die. And even when my parents, they told me that I'm adopted, from that day, things got worse. And I start to run. I mean, I ran from my adopted parents, and I decided to live on the streets. And I was sleeping in the cars, blocks, all around, everywhere. And I have to start to steal because I have to survive.
Yeah.
And from stealing, I just start to rob people, old women, young kids. I used to go with a knife in my hand, and just tell them to give me everything. If not, I'm gonna do something bad. And at the age of 15, I'm being arrested for the first time. And
So you start robbing from the age of?
11, 12, yes.
Until 15?
Yes. And that, for me, was a fun. When I was to be stressed or upset, that was my, how can I say, my medicine, just to relax myself.
Yes.
And when I was in prison, people, they start to use me. I was like a slave washing clothes. They used to beat me every single day. And then after, I wanted to be violent. I wanted to be like them.
So it's like you were born to suffer.
Yeah.
Because your parents give birth, they give you up as an adoption.
Yeah.
Those who adopted you, they used to beat you.
Yeah.
You have to run to the street. Then you find yourself behind bars.
Yes.
And then behind bars, they start to use you.
Yeah.
Maybe this is your life. Maybe right now, mommy, you are watching the testimony of surgery, and you know that your son is just like that. You know that you have someone in your family, your son, maybe your nephew, is just like that. Maybe your story, your life is not as his. Maybe you are not adopted, but you grew up in a bitter home. And until today, you are carrying inside of you that bitterness. And you are asking this question, can my life change? I make a challenge with you right now. Call this number 020-7686-6300. And what you are going to hear, you are going to see what is going to happen. I make this challenge with you because he came from, let's say, the trash. He was there. But very soon you are going to see how faith changed his life. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Continue watching. So there inside of the prison, in the prison,
Yes.
start to use you, they used to beat you also.
Yes, they used to beat me every single day. When I would sleep, I couldn't sleep in peace because people, they used to burn my feet. They used to do a lot of horrible things to me. And I was in prison in and out for 7 years. I couldn't stay out. When I got released, I will be maybe 1 month out and then after go back prison because...
So it's like you were living there.
Yeah, that was for me my house because I started to
being behind bars.
Yeah, because I started to be violent as well. What people they've done to me, I started to do to another people in prison as well and even outside. My anger becomes so high, I couldn't control it. I will punch everyone, I will do everything, I will self-harm, I will do everything because of my anger. I became addicted to drugs and alcohol from prison. And yeah, I didn't know what to do anymore with my anger.
Have you ever reached to the point where you would purposely harm others or do something wrong to go back behind bars?
I used to rob kids because I remember my family, they didn't want me anymore, my adopted family, because how the way I became. And for me, was more happy to be in prison. Yeah.
So it's like because you were rejected, for you, you are looking for somewhere or someone or something to accept you.
Yes, that's true.
And you found the prison.
Yeah.
And how long you said you stayed there?
7 years. I
7
was in and
years.
out.
7 years of good life. Did you have there swimming pool? Good life? Did you have good life there?
I didn't have these things, but I was enjoying with all of them, you know, doing bad things.
Even though it was not good for you, but you rather to be there.
Yeah, I knew that wasn't good for me, but I accept to do these things just to find that kind of peace, let's say. Yeah.
And you know, Sergio, there are many people that are watching right now. Maybe, miss, you are watching. Your situation is not behind the physical prison bar, but you find yourself in a relationship where you feel like a prisoner. And you say to yourself that, well, at least he gives me money, even though he may abuse me sometimes, but at least I have somewhere to go. Maybe you are working. The salary is not good, but you said, at least I have something. You try to sleep at night, but even though at night you are tormented, you feel something strangling you. And maybe you said, at least, even though I am a prisoner of sleepless night, but at least I have a bed. That was the situation of Sergio. And as I said before, your situation can change. I make this challenge with you. Your situation can change. If mine change, his change, which you will hear soon, yours can change. But it takes an action. You have to take action. How long are you going to sit down in that situation? For how long? You have to come out of it. If you said, I don't want to call, but I want to send an email, you can send at help@findinganswers.tv. You can send. And as I said, you can call 020-7686-6300. Right now, there's a team waiting for your call. You are the one separating you from the answer right now, this phone call. Because I'm sure if you take a step, your life is going to change. And then beating, disrespect, all these things you suffered inside there.
Yes, Pastor.
Then, when did you came out?
In 2013.
13.
Yes.
And when you came out, did your life change overnight?
Not really, because...
When you came out, did you continue doing the same?
To be honest, I didn't want to do all these things anymore. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to marry someone and have my own family. And when I go out from prison, I met a girl from my country, and she had another 2 kids. But for me, I wanted so badly to have my own family, my wife and my kids. And slowly, I just got in a relation with her. And because she didn't have a lot of money, she didn't have a lot of support from her family, I decided to make money for her and for her children. And I started to commit crimes again. So the last time in 2013, I remember I robbed another woman, and in that time was the time when I left my girlfriend pregnant as well.
Mm-hmm.
And because what I've done, I ran because I didn't want to go back in prison. I said, no, I have to have a family. I don't want to go there
How
anymore.
old you were at that time?
21.
21.
Yeah.
So everything started from age 11.
Yes.
And even when you reached 21, you were the same person.
Yes.
And you said you tried to give support to this lady
Yes.
and the children.
Yeah.
But you have to go back to your, let's say, your old style, your
Yes.
old way of surviving.
Yes.
Did you have inside of you this thought, I want to change? Did you?
I wanted so many times to change, but when I was trying, in this time when I was trying, I had a lot of spiritual attacks, even more stronger.
Mhm.
Was putting me down, and was make me to be afraid, and I started to do even more bad things.
So everywhere you turn, your life was a
Yeah.
living
Yeah,
mess, a living hell.
even mess. Yeah.
Maybe this is your life. We'll go for a break now, and when we come back, you will hear how the life of Sergio changed. Stay tuned, don't go anywhere, because what he will say is going to help you. Soon be back. Welcome back. We are talking to Sergio. He's talking about his life, how he suffered, and now is the best part. How his life changed. Sergio, tell me, what was the worst moment of your life? The lowest point?
When I actually was alone and I didn't have no one
Mm-hmm.
close to me. I didn't have no help. I didn't know what to do anymore, and I think that was the day when I really wanted to kill myself.
Mm-hmm. It was the worst
Yes.
moment of your life.
Yes.
How you knew about the place of faith?
I remember I was homeless, and I saw the doors open of that place, and I went inside just to steal.
Went to steal?
Yeah, I wanted to steal to get something to eat because I didn't eat, and I was so hungry. And when I went inside, a pastor came and he spoke with me, and I actually poured out my heart and told him everything what is going on about my past and everything, and he prayed for me, and he advised me to come, and through that prayer I received a lot of
But did you
things.
told him what you came to do?
I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. I didn't because I felt shy.
Yeah, I understand.
And from that time when he prayed for me, I felt something very nice, which I never felt in my life.
Yes.
And from that day, I start to come slowly, and yes,
You're here today.
yeah, I'm here today.
How long you were in the place of faith?
I have 2 years.
2 years. So the place that you came to steal, that's the place your life changed.
Yes.
How is your life today?
Today, I'm completely happy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm free. I don't suffer for depression anymore. I don't self-harm anymore. I know God is with me now. I know that is someone to care for me. And yes, I'm happy. Now today is different.
Do you still today?
I don't steal anymore. No, don't smoke anymore. None of these things.
Finish.
Finished.
Are you married yet?
I'm not married, but I believe that I will marry very soon.
You believe?
Yes.
For sure, because that's the way faith works. Faith changed the life of the person to the highest level. So first, it removed you from your old life. Now you are going stage by stage, and you are going to see greater things in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for coming, Sergio. But one more question. There are many old Sergio that is watching now. In few seconds, what would you say to this person that is there stealing, thinking that that's the way his life or her life have to be?
My wish for you, for those that they're stealing and they do a lot of crimes, is to just stop doing these things, because it's not good when you go there inside in prison, no matter what country from, because there in that place you don't receive nothing. My suggestion is to just give your life to God, because He will change you from inside out. He will give you everything what you need. He will give you happiness. He will give you His presence. He will give you everything. Just trust in God, and He will do everything for you.
I don't have anything to say anymore. You heard it from Sergio. And I tell you, in the next program, it's going to be even more a blessing. I'm going now to answer your questions. And don't forget, send your questions, send your story, send whatever doubts you have, whatever you have inside of you and you want to pour it out, send it at help@findinganswers.tv. Send, because we are going to answer you. You are going to find the answer that you are looking for. Soon be back.
Well, my friends, here we are finding answers for addiction. And I have here today a couple that were suffering with this problem in the house, in their relationship, but managed to overcome. So let's find out how. Hi, it's good to have you here today.
Pleased to have us.
What's your name?
Ignatius Hango.
Ignatius. What happened? Which kind of problems you had?
I had two addictions, friend and alcohol. And they had one enemy, my wife.
Your wife. What's your name?
Apollonia.
Apollonia. You were the enemy of his addiction.
Yeah.
But he did not used to see the addiction as a problem.
No, it's perfectly all right.
How? Explain this.
Because by then, the addiction made me to be a bit blind. I can't see the wrong I was doing. I thought it's cool to have my friend, it's cool to be on a pub, drinking from 7, 8 afternoon to 3, 4 dawn in the morning.
Every day?
Any day I want.
Any day you want. How often did you used to do that?
Probably 5 times, 6 times per week.
Almost every day?
Yeah, he will come from work. He will actually take off his tie and jacket, bracer, and put it in the car. And he go and sit, relax with his friends till 2, 3, 4 in the morning and come home.
He said you were the enemy. Explain that.
I was the enemy because I was against his friends and his drinking habit. He can come from the office, take off his tie and his bracer and put it in the car, and he start from there till 2, 4 in the morning. And when I complain, I want to control him. I'm a jealous woman. He's not called for. I should
Couldn't you see?
him.
Couldn't you see what you're doing?
No, not at all. I thought that she's just jealousy and she's lack of discipline. She should let a man do whatever he feel like doing. It's my money, it's my truck, my pub, my friend, me, my life, personal, and I. That's it.
You said that this was controlling you, that addiction was taking over your life. And then how bad this affect your marriage, your life?
It had all the negative effect upon our marriage. When I go, I use the money that I'm supposed not to use for alcohol, petrol, driving, and my life was in danger. Most of the times I put their life in danger because at times she comes at our pub, and when we come from the pub, me, under the influence of liquor, rum, I drive a truck, a brand new truck at 240, 250, almost the whole speedometer finishing, with the wife and child in the truck.
You were in the car. Apollonia, describe that moment. I want to hear about it.
It's frightening in a way because you know the person is not himself 100%. And when you talk to him, he will tell you, I've been driving for ages. I can take you home, just shut up.
But high, under the influence of alcohol.
High. Believe me, you take your finger out of the truck probably to just go off. High.
I want to hear the worst moment for you that this addiction took your relationship in, or what happened.
The worst moment actually, it was the time when he went to Zambia for 3 months. The organization he was working for sent him for a course. He came back, I think it was a celebration with his friends. He took off. He came back around 3 in the morning. I can hear his truck tires screeching as he's turning in, and he came there, parked near the house, and his music so loud, and he came knocking like a policeman. And the maid, because we used to have a living maid, she opened the door for him, and he just braced, passing her, not even saying good evening or good morning. In fact, that time came in our room, walked across, went in the wardrobe, took out a gun, put it on my head.
Hold on a
Because I
second.
did not open the door for him.
A machine gun,
No,
It's a revolver.
a revolver
Yes.
in your head.
Yes.
Couldn't you see what you were doing?
No.
In that moment, what came to your mind?
Well, I actually, I was scared, but at the same time I was like, I did not really do anything wrong for him to kill me. But again, I was in danger, although I did not see it. And in the morning, I packed and I left for 2 weeks.
You left. When you say for 2 weeks, because love was
I was still there.
still there. You liked him. You fought for him. Was worthy fighting for this marriage.
Yes, it was.
Did you manage to change things around?
Indeed, we did. We came to a church. There we find a formula. And at the beginning, when I listened to the formula, it didn't make any sense. It's lack logic. But as I kept on going, things start to make sense. But there was a formula to follow.
So can I describe this as faith?
Yes.
So you learned the secret called faith.
Yes.
You apply that.
Yes.
And things start to change. If I make a comparison here, Apollonia, Ignatians before, Ignatians today, how big is this change?
A very big difference, very significant difference, where nobody can't even say, oh, maybe he just got over it. This is not about getting over it. 17 years.
17 years.
Yes.
Clean.
17 years. Clean.
You managed to, they say that cannot change the life of an alcoholic person. Once an addict, always an addict.
That's just pure, simply contradicting words that lead people to think and believe that they cannot ditch their addiction.
So, do you drink today?
No, I don't like any. I don't like the smell. I don't like any of it. I don't even like the environment.
So it's changed from inside.
Completely.
He now put his family first.
How is, he put families first now.
Yes.
How is, she's no longer the enemy.
No.
Now, how is the relationship? How is your life?
She's my friend. If only if I knew before. If I knew before, I shouldn't put her through what I put her through. But I didn't know. I was blind. Today, I knew she was thinking straight. I was blind.
Who is your husband today?
He's a lovely husband, very, very lovely husband. He's free. We don't argue anymore. He put me and the children first. And even safety-wise, he's more aware of things around him now more than me. So I'm happy. I can't complain.
So there is a solution for addiction.
A big solution that's available to anyone.
Good. Thank you very much for having you here today. Well, there you have it. There is a solution. There is a way out. And the proof is these facts. People that are finding the way out. Call us 020-7686-6300 to find out more how you can also find help for addiction. Now let's go back to the studio.
Welcome to the moment of your questions. As you said, if you have a story, you have something that you are carrying, send to us. help@findinganswers.tv. Or you can go to our Facebook page, Finding Answers, and send your story. We want to help you. So we have here, we are going to go now to our question. So the question it says like this. It's from Paul. Why is it so important to forgive others and ourselves? Paul, is a very important question. But first, I want to say something to you. Our Lord Jesus said, forgive those as we would like to be forgiven. Because Paul, the forgiveness is not for you. It's not for the person. So say sorry. It's not for the person. It's for you. Because the longer you carry that unforgiveness, you are carrying a heavy load. The longer you stay to forgive a person, is the more you carry that burden. And each time passes, it's like you are developing inside of you an outrage. I remember many years ago, Paul, someone did something to me very bad. And it was very hard to forgive this person. But when I found the place of faith, I started to learn to forgive. At first I said, I will not forgive this person. Why should I forgive this person? But later on, I understand that the forgiveness is for me. It is to clean me. It's to make me different. It's to make me go forward. Because the longer I hold the unforgiveness, is the more my life is going to be stuck. Because I'm carrying inside of me a pain, a heavy burden, something that should not be inside of me. You know, when you eat something and the body rejects it, that's how forgiveness is. So, Paul, it is very important to forgive someone because that's when you have peace inside. That's when you can really smile. You can take that weight off your shoulder. Because if you don't forgive the person, every time you see that person, what is going to happen, Paul? Inside of you, you feel like to hurt the person. But when you forgive that person, you pass that person every day, and there's nothing. You can even have that person as your friend because it's something you let go. So this is what I want to tell. This is why it's very important to forgive and forgive ourselves. Because also, Paul, there are many people, they want God to forgive them, but sometimes they don't want to forgive themselves. And when I let go of what I hold, that's when I'll be happy. So maybe you are watching, you are not Paul and you are watching, and maybe this is your question also. I answer your question, but don't forget to send your story, send your questions, because we are going to answer your questions every week. We are going to go now for a break, and when I come back, I'll be praying for you. Do you want to receive this prayer? gather your family members, call your friends, tell them, get this prayer, because it's going to be a strength and a blessing for you. Stay tuned. Soon be back.
There were several bad moments. I used to attack my husband. He hit me and then I retaliated. Since then, every time he got angry, I got even angrier. I attacked him with a knife, baseball bat, alcohol bottle, anything that came to hand. We were both alcoholics, but he wouldn't admit it and I didn't recognize it. And also when I was told at the hospital that my blood problem was incurable, that's the one that got me down. It dawned on me that it wasn't helping the children, so I left. I left my husband. My mother's side of the family, my family, they were alcoholics. They drank a lot, every day. Well, coming from an alcoholic family, it seemed normal. So when I started drinking, it didn't seem abnormal. Then I got involved with an alcoholic man, and it just grew from there. It didn't seem abnormal. I didn't realize there was something wrong. It's just that I just couldn't give up. I'd try. I'd stop drinking for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, even a month, but then I'll go back. There was something inside of me that would make me go back. Well, I did try to get help. I saw a psychiatrist because I had problems in my mind, and I spent money, thousands of pounds, getting help from people like tarot card readers and other people who would charge you £1,000 at a time to help, but nothing helped. My leg swelled up and it was very painful. I couldn't walk. Then I went to my GP, and my GP sent me to the hospital straight away. When I got there, they did an X-ray and found out that I had blood clots in my leg, and it was dangerous. I just wanted to stop drinking. They didn't connect alcohol with this problem I had, so they couldn't find out why, even though I had several tests, they couldn't find out why I had this problem. And I was very young at the time. It was an elderly person's problem. Well, my son invited me to come to a help center. And when I came, things just started happening. It didn't all the problems I have didn't go away at once, but bit by bit, one by one, all the problems I came with started leaving. It took about 6 weeks. I used to come to the help center and then go to the pub. And then it was brought to my attention that that was wrong, so I stopped. I've never gone back, and that's 20 years ago. Well, it depends on the person. If the person wants help, and if they're coming to the help center, it means that they need help and they want help. So yes, it can happen to anyone. You have to use your faith. And faith that I found, it's doing what you're supposed to do. Yes, exercising your faith means to do what you're supposed to do, what you need to do to change things. Well, I came to the help center and they taught me what I needed to do so that God could help me. I followed the instructions they gave, and it really did help me. I no longer have an alcohol problem. I'm no longer aggressive. Deep inside, I'm happy, truly happy. The smile on my face comes from really being happy on the inside. I have a very good relationship with my son and my family. And my health is good also.
Welcome back. Did you watch the story of Sergio? What an amazing story. And you know what is so interesting? There are many people out there right now, maybe you, sir. Yes, you. You have in your mind that your life can change. Sergio, he was abandoned, he was rejected, he was beaten, spent many years of his life behind bars. And what was so touching was that He said, I felt at home behind bars. So he used to do things just to go behind bars because no one accepted him. But one day he found the place of faith and his life changed. The same can happen to you. Maybe your life is not down, but you know someone that is going through a tough time. You can send the story of this person to us. You yourself send your story. Help at findinganswers.tv, or you can go to our Facebook page and send. We want to help you because we ourselves, we used to suffer and suffer a lot. Today, God has worked wonders in our life, in the life of the testimonies we show here. So I want you to prepare yourself, prepare your family members, because I'll be praying for you. You that you can sleep at night, your life is tormented. I am going to pray for you right now.
Prepare now for the moment of prayer. If you would like us to make a prayer concerning your family and loved ones, send your name and prayer request to help@findinganswers.tv.
My Father, there are many people right now, they are living the life of the past surgery. They can't seem to come out of rock bottom. They are always going behind bars. They're rejected by family members, by friends, by society. Even themselves, my Lord, they reject who they are. And there are many right now, they think, my life cannot change. But if you change the life of surgery, you can change the lives of these people. I pray for this wife that is living a bitter marriage. And maybe today she gets used to it because that's how it has been from day one. I pray for this family that is always fighting, always at each other. They want to harm each other. I pray, my Lord, for this person that feels like to commit suicide. They don't want to live anymore. I pray, my Lord, for this person that cannot sleep at night. At nights, there's something strangling this person. And he needs help, she needs help. May you stretch your mighty hands over these people. And in the name of the Lord Jesus, you that you can sleep at night, be free now. Be free now. I minister peace in the midst of the family. And you that you are watching from there in the hospital, whatever pain, the sickness or diseases you are carrying, be healed. In the name of Jesus, be healed now. My Lord, I pray for this youth. This youth, my Lord, that doesn't know where to turn anymore because everything for him is bad. May you touch him right now. Ah, my God, I pray for this country. May your hands be upon the authorities of this country, my Lord. I present everything into your mighty hands. And as you said on the cross, it is finished. I determine, my Lord, peace and freedom in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Well, we are at the end of this program, and once again, 020 7686 6300 is the number that separates you from the answer that you want. We'll be with you another time. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
This program is brought to you by UCKG.